Hey everyone, this is your cncHD and we're back to the 1v1 Premier League 2015 edition. Here on the map Tournament Desert we are going to see the first match in the first round between DoMiNaToR and RaGe. Of course, this is not the first match of the tournament, but the first match between DoMiNaToR and RaGe in the tournament in the first round. So let's go to the bottom side. We have DoMiNaToR at the bottom position, laser general cyan color, and he's fighting against, like I said, RaGe, also known as Insanity. He's the toxin general, and he is spawning with the purple color. So Tox versus Laser. I assume we are going to see some Humvees here on the bottom end, and we are going to see some terrorist attacks from the top side and some tunnel spam and all that great stuff. So let's see. Tunnel going up here in direction to the middle, not placing it down here next to the buildings, but a bit behind, and DoMiNaToR clearly sees it. This is in the range of the spy drone. Okay, 2 supplies already up, and we are going to see a drop. Very interesting choice there by DoMiNaToR, going for the drop and maybe denying this tunnel, but this is going to be too late. And it looks like he is going to drop the supply stash where are only 3 workers mining. And now he's flying back to another supply and now dropping there. And there's no protection for poor workers running away. And we have a terrorist trying to save his buddies there by throwing himself into the dozer with his bombs. And those are just driving around here, workers going back to work and now running back, and terrorists raising up his arms. And yeah, those are still driving around there, and the strategy puts DoMiNaToR down on only one dozer left. And there goes the dozer. This dozer was a bit useless there. It only managed to get those workers away from the supply for a few seconds, so a bit of a reduced income there for RaGe, but DoMiNaToR on the other side lost a very important dozer. Okay, another tunnel going up, but this time in the middle, and this is going to be a very aggressive one. Here's deploying of some units there. Some RPGs being deployed and a terrorist, and getting all 2 Humvees there. Oh, no, only one, but the second one was close. And now a little rocket fight there, and a tunnel going up there next to the bunker there on the right side. So RaGe going for the vision and for the aggression there. He has all the flanks secured, and he has a good map control. Humvee spotting the tunnel but needs to get away, because there's no way that this Humvee is able to get this tunnel there and destroy it.
Upgrade complete.
Oh, DoMiNaToR losing his Humvee there to the technical. That's really unfortunate right there, and this doesn't look good at all for DoMiNaToR here. He has 5 Humvees but not many soldiers inside. The choppers are being harassed, and DoMiNaToR needs to send his choppers back. Losing no Humvee there. It was good. Second tunnel going up there, and DoMiNaToR is not able to deny this. More technicals being deployed, but the 2 technicals cannot engage those Humvees, but they do anyway, and I'm completely wrong, because many Humvees are getting destroyed, and it was a good engagement there by RaGe. Little oil grab happening there by RaGe, and getting the first oil rack. Little fight there, and the tunnel is going to get picked off there. And the two technicals coming in there on the right side. But the Humvees are able to stop this. This Humvee should be repaired. There's also a repair drone now there. So the Humvee is definitely going to get repaired. Cancelling the two tunnels there. RaGe tried to establish more tunnels, but the Humvees were there in time. And now stopping the third tunnel, which was in production. And RaGe wisely going for the two supply stashes in the middle, which puts him down on 4 supply stashes and 1 oil derrick. He's definitely ahead with the income, and he has so much cash, and I think he has the palace already on the way. At least I hope so. With this much cash he can definitely build a palace, but there is no palace happening there. Little terror attack destroyed the supply center and crippled DoMiNaToR a bit more. So DoMiNaToR in a very bad spot. Rebel there, ready to take over the oil derrick and get the 1000 cash in the beginning. Here we see many Humvees by DoMiNaToR, and RaGe doesn't have a palace yet. He really needs this palace, and there it is, 30% on this one. And he really needs this one because of the battle bosses and rocket buggies. More tunnels going up there, but being stopped by the Humvees, and DoMiNaToR really needs to put down more supply centers, otherwise he's going to lose this game because of no income, or not enough income, I mean. Supply station there on the right side being destroyed, and RaGe only on 3 supply stashes left. But this doesn't cripple him at all, because he is still far ahead with the income. Well, we can see a war factory going up. I think DoMiNaToR lost his one war factory there, and many tacticals coming in from the left side by RaGe, and all the Humvees need to retreat because there's a lot of trouble there in the base of DoMiNaToR. But there are no troops inside. But the dozer is in danger, but getting into the safe chopper and saving the dozer there. Oh, a bit of splash damage there. And a technical picking off this one Humvee there on the right side, scrapping itself up. And we have many Humvees there for DoMiNaToR, but the palace finished for RaGe, and he is now able to build those rocket buggies, which are very awesome. And RaGe pretty much sees everything. Oh, what a nice save there by DoMiNaToR. I thought he lost the dozer there, but saving it just immediately in the chopper. The RPGs were not able to destroy this dozer. Very nicely done there by DoMiNaToR.
A warrior has fallen.
Those are a lot of Humvees. Oh, another technical getting through, but being picked off there by the laser lock, and a command center going up now for DoMiNaToR. Oil derrick is in danger, and I think DoMiNaToR is going to destroy it. Yes, he is, and he is not going to capture it. Another technical being filled up with troops, and I think he is trying another dozer snipe. RaGe still can deny this command center, and I think he's doing so, deploying the RPGs and getting the dozer. No production anymore left for DoMiNaToR. He can only produce Humvees now, but there's no strategy for DoMiNaToR in this match. No strategies that I mean. Oh, he lost a lot of Humvees there due to this tunnel, and there's Gentool enjoying the Humvees. Oh, but getting a rocket in his asshole. And now DoMiNaToR only on 4 Humvees left, and 2 of them are very hurting. I think one of them is going to be picked off there by the bunker. There it goes. Also some troops were inside this Humvee. And there's the GG. So DoMiNaToR first lose there for him. RaGe clearly had this game in his hands, because he had the higher income and he was just a better player in this first match. This doesn't mean that DoMiNaToR is a bad player. DoMiNaToR is a very good player, and RaGe should watch out that DoMiNaToR is not getting him in a very bad moment. But this was a nice fight, but it was clear that RaGe is going to win this. He had just the higher map control, the greater map control, I mean. He had more income, he just had the dominance over this match. We can see that RaGe collected more supplies, and yeah, constructed 33 buildings, units destroyed 37, units lost 73, units created 112. Yeah, so this was the first match. Let's go to the second one. And in the second match we are going to see a GLA stealth for RaGe, and we do see an Air Force General for DoMiNaToR. So DoMiNaToR again getting another USA army, and RaGe again getting another GLA army. This time no talks, this time stealth, this time no laser, this time air. And by the looks of it, DoMiNaToR is going to keep his command center and is going for air power. I assume he's going for War Factory, Barracks, Airfield build. War Factory there, and trying to box his dozer in so no technical harassment can get this dozer. This is a more aggressive tunnel than in the first match. And this worker can also be saved in the building if dozer is coming too close. But the dozer choose the left path. And I think the worker is completely aware of this and will run away very soon, because he's a brave worker. And there he goes, he runs, but he has no shoes. So his feet will burn in the hot sand. And yeah. So that is a weird boxing in there, pretty wide open there. I think a technical can get through there. And the Humvee, the first Humvee on the way. Very interesting that DoMiNaToR is keeping the command center and not going for the airfield. Normally if a USA player keeps his command center and he is Air Force, he goes for an airfield. DoMiNaToR doesn't. That's pretty interesting, and let's see how this turns out. You don't have to sell your command center, of course, but it's a nice thing to do to get the 1000 extra cash. Those are driving away, and RaGe increasing his map control. He has one oil rig already and is gaining the control over the second one. He's building a third supply stash and will surely go for the fourth one very soon. Oh, that is a suicide Humvee right there, but getting a few troops there. And the palace would be nice for RaGe now. He really should go for the palace now. He has the income. But he's going for some attack there at the top right position. Some choppers coming in and blinking away all the missiles and the Humvee able to kill all those troops because of the support of the choppers. Very nicely done there by DoMiNaToR. Stingers going up. I think RaGe fears some stealthed Comanche attacks, but there are combat Chinooks which will harass the base of RaGe very soon, and there they come. 2 combat Chinooks on the way, and it looks like there are no quad cannons there. Oh, there are 2 quad cannons and some RPGs, and DoMiNaToR losing the first combat Chinook already. Second one is escaping, but RaGe defended this very nicely. And the damage of DoMiNaToR was not that great. He lost 1 combat Chinook and really didn't finish off anything there. Just a few units. Worker here ready to build a tunnel. And we can see the Humvee there on the right side now going over to destroy the oil derrick very soon. Or just waiting there and chilling. Oh, worker, poor worker there being killed by the combat Chinook. Not very nice. And we can see some aggression there on the right side happening. Okay, I think my cat is taking a shit right now. But we don't mind him. He's just preparing for some 1v1 later. So for that he needs to be fresh and clean. And also a bit lightened there. Okay, so Humvees being prepared here in the strategy center going up and an airfield. So there's the airfield of DoMiNaToR, but this is a huge army there for RaGe. RaGe sitting on 50 units. Most of them are workers. And DoMiNaToR sitting on 31 units. War factory being picked off. And search and destroy initiated. Those Humvees are able to destroy all those troops with the chopper support. With the choppers there, DoMiNaToR will be able to defend this very easily. He even doesn't need to send his ambulance to a suicide mission. Instead, he's not using his choppers and losing one Humvee and almost one ambulance tank there. One ambulance vehicle. RaGe with a huge army there and 4 supply stashes and a very forwarded tunnel there and there and there and there and there and there and there. Sorry, just got lost there. So looks pretty bad there for DoMiNaToR. I think he's going to lose this match, and there it goes. DoMiNaToR lost this match.
You are victorious.
This means DoMiNaToR lost 2 matches already. And RaGe sitting on a 2-0 score. Very nicely done there by RaGe again. Gaining the very fast map control. And yeah, overall very good game there by RaGe. DoMiNaToR, really don't know what he did there with keeping the command center and losing some units there. Didn't went so well for him. But yeah. So let's go to the next match. And here we are at the 3rd match. I forgot to look at the map name, but I think it's something with conflict. But not very sure. I just forgot to look at the name. So we can see here nice map being created by Relax. Relax created many maps. Can also see here some cache crates next to the main supply. And we can see Laser General for DoMiNaToR, and we can see a Demolition General for RaGe. So RaGe for the 3rd time in a row, a GLA. DoMiNaToR, 3rd time in a row, a USA player. The map is pretty good. It has 2 oil derricks there in the middle. I believe there's 1 oil derrick, there's 1 artillery. And second oil derrick there on the bottom. So there are no 2 oil derricks in the middle, but 3. No, only 2 oil derricks and 3 oil derricks in total. So 1 here, 1 here, 1 there. Dozer visiting the supply station there at the bottom side, but there's a dozer ready to stop this. There's a terrorist ready to stop this dozer. Also some cache crates there at the top right position. The ranger is now scouting for those or just going for the oil derrick. Whatever. Oh, worker being stopped there, and the demo trap is not been finished there by RaGe. Worker just chilling there next to the supply, and tactical releasing some troops. The ranger being stopped there and will not be able to capture the oil derrick because technical is now going to kill the poor ranger. And there's the oil grab for DoMiNaToR, and an oil grab happening on the bottom left side for DoMiNaToR as well. So DoMiNaToR going for 2 oil derricks and losing the ranger there in the middle. Not able to go for the 3rd one. Tunnel being stopped there in the middle. Can see that RaGe sitting on 2 supply stashes and now preparing to build a 3rd one very soon. And we can see DoMiNaToR sitting on 2 oil rigs now, with this one being captured, and 1 supply center. But I think he is ahead with the income. I think 2 oil rigs are better than 1 supply center. But I'm not very sure about this. Oh, chasing away this technical. Oh, this was very close here with the terrorist. Terrorist almost getting this one Humvee there.
Got my missile launcher right here. Got my missile
And now DoMiNaToR going for the 3rd oil rig, but the technical there ready to stop this. Or will he just ignore it? I think RaGe is going to ignore this. And this means DoMiNaToR on 3 supply, on 3 oil rigs now. RaGe going for the 3rd supply stash. And this is going to put both players on a very even income, I think. Pedro right now killing the mouse again in the 1v1. Noob bashing this mouse there. And making a bit of a noise there in the background, so very sorry for this. Oh, here tactical versus Humvee engagement, and the RPGs are able to chase away those Humvees. More tunnels going up there for RaGe, and RaGe again gaining some very nice map control. And I think there will be a pop out, and there it is. But going back into the tunnel and maybe popping out there. No pop out there, so losing all the tunnels there in the middle, but preparing an assault there with a technical and 4 RPGs not garrisoning the crypt, but destroying the oil rig. The terrorists are blowing up the supply center, and this means DoMiNaToR on 0 supply centers but 2 oil rigs. So he's not without any income. So he's not losing all of the income, I mean. RaGe losing his 3rd supply stash, which puts him down only on 2 supply stashes left. Which isn't the worst thing. Oh, many technicals there at the bottom side, but DoMiNaToR very nicely out-microing those technicals. And another clash happening there in the middle, and I think RaGe is going to win this clash there. DoMiNaToR losing all of his Humvees and not destroying so many technicals there, losing a lot of missile defenders. 2 technicals left, and they are able to scrap themselves up to gain 2 super technicals. This is enough scrap to, or just take all the scrap before technical, also possible to do. There are still some cash crates there on the top right. I think both players don't know that they are cash crates. And this looks pretty good for RaGe. Now the War Factory under pressure, and we have 3 Humvees in the base of RaGe. But RaGe doesn't care. He has the units in the base of DoMiNaToR, and this is a base race right now, which the GLA player is going to win. Never ever base race a GLA player. Most of the time you will lose the base race versus a GLA player, because never do this. Because it's GLA. Because GLA. Because they just build up their stuff everywhere, because every worker can build shit. A10 tried to kill some units, and I think he got some units with the A10, but I'm not very sure. And there are some tacticals now. The Humvees were able to finish off the main base of RaGe, but RaGe doesn't care. He has another base there and many tunnels going up. The War Factory went up. Those are finished, and DoMiNaToR only sitting on 3 buildings. He's also sitting on a shutdown laser tank, because no power left. Chopper flying around here, and I think there's a dozer inside. And is this going to be a base swap? This would be interesting. And what's happening there? Oh, there's the dozer. So we are going to see a base swap. Base trade, I mean. So there it is, reactor going up, and I think RaGe going to establish a supply station there very soon. So very nice to see a base trade there now, here at the early 8-minute mark, or late 7-minute mark I should say. Command center in danger and will be destroyed very soon. Supply center now going up there at the X main supply of RaGe. Ah, this is very great to see a base swap. I really like base trade matches. Oh, second dozer in danger, and the Humvees are saving the dozer there. Command center still alive, and the barracks going up. And we have a tactical there now, destroying the last remaining buildings of DoMiNaToR there at his X main base position. We can see that the laser tanks are now powered again, and DoMiNaToR making his main base safe again. So RaGe wasn't able to secure this main base of DoMiNaToR. He wasn't able to destroy the command center, but he was able to destroy the second base of DoMiNaToR. And I think he's now going to send the worker now there to the bottom side. There he is, and rebuild his main supply there. Meanwhile, DoMiNaToR rebuilding his main base also. So very intense match already. Both players losing their main bases and rebuilding their main bases. The base trade was happening and is now gone, and now both players are on their main positions again. So very interesting match there. And I can't say who's going to win this match, because both players are very even right now. The laser tanks need to retreat, or the laser tank, because the second one already got destroyed there. And this one will get destroyed also. There's a super technical, and we have snipers inside the Humvee. Super technical being finished off. RaGe not careful enough with the super technical. There's a worker standing there on the top position, looking at the water, seeing how nice it is, and now seeing many rockets hitting his face. Oh, tactical only were able to kill one missile defender there. And we have many snipers now for DoMiNaToR. War factory going up. And now the main supply stash for RaGe going up again very soon. He has the worker in position, but DoMiNaToR clearly sees this. DoMiNaToR sees everything, by the way. He has map vision everywhere, but still not on this position. So both players still don't know that there are supply cache crates there in the top right position. And I think both players will never find out. Supply stash still not production for RaGe, and this doesn't look very good for RaGe, but very good for DoMiNaToR, who is on 0 oil rigs, I right now realize. I thought he still had one. Strategy center going up for DoMiNaToR, and this will put him far ahead in this game, and will definitely turn this tide in this battle. And DoMiNaToR also mining from the supplies there in the middle with a second supply center. So DoMiNaToR now clearly ahead with the income, with the army, with the buildings, with the tech, with everything. And a good thing that RaGe didn't capture the artillery platform there. And now RaGe losing his last two remaining buildings, but the main supply stash went up. But this will not save RaGe. Once those two buildings are gone, RaGe will be defeated very soon, because this is not going to help him at all. And now with Search and Destroy, those Humvees are very OP. And they are going to finish off those tunnels with ease. There are also no units inside, so the tunnels will be a very easy pick-off for those Humvees. Also some laser patriots going up there. Interesting choice there for DoMiNaToR. Tunnel being sold, and RaGe building up his main base again. But the Humvees are now approaching, and this means GG and DoMiNaToR gaining his first win, which will mean which means 1 win for DoMiNaToR and 2 wins for RaGe. Poor worker wasn't able to build up this demo trap, and the last attack of RaGe now happening there with the technical, while the 2 buildings of RaGe are now being destroyed. There's still a worker there standing on the top position. Oh, there was a terror attack, and the terror attack almost getting the Humvees there, but no success.
You have been defeated.
And RaGe has been defeated. So DoMiNaToR now sitting on 1 win, RaGe sitting on 2 wins. So we still have 3 more games to go, and then we will see who gained the most wins there in this match series between both players. Both players created almost an even amount of units. DoMiNaToR lost not so many units. RaGe lost the most units, and RaGe, as a GLA player, constructed more buildings, and DoMiNaToR gained more cash, mainly through those oil rigs, I think. Overall, pretty good match, and let's go to the 4th one. Here in the 4th match, we are looking at the map Lagoon, created by Relax, and we have here at the top position RaGe in his purple color Toxin General. He is fighting against Stealth General here by DoMiNaToR in the cyan color. So Stealth versus Toxin. Both generals are very powerful, and I would say Toxin owns Stealth, but then again, I could be wrong. Because, like I said, both generals are very powerful. But let's go into it. We have some workers here meeting in the middle, and RaGe being faster there with the tunnel, and the terrorist approaching, hunting down the worker, but the worker will step into the building, being safe there. This is what all generals do, except for DoMiNaToR, who lets his workers die. Poor worker. Tunnels here going up. DoMiNaToR with a sneaky tunnel there on the left, behind the tunnel of RaGe. I think RaGe clearly knows about this, because he... Oh, look at this. Oh, very sneaky worker there behind the building, doing nasty things there. And somehow out of the sand, some RPGs are just popping out. So, bad thing there for RaGe that this tunnel happened, and now DoMiNaToR can easily attack through this flank. He also occupied this building. Not good for RaGe. Tactical approaching and just driving through all the shit which is there, and the terrorist running there somewhere. Oh, tactical here coming in and killing a few workers, and a second tactical arriving, releasing 5 terrorists, and the arms dealer is gone, but the tactical was able to get out of this, and we have a scrapped up tactical there for RaGe. The tunnel being destroyed there by the garrisoned building. Nice job there by DoMiNaToR. 1 war factory, 1 barracks there for DoMiNaToR. Some technicals being popped out, and the tunnel is being denied. We had 1 arms dealer there for RaGe, and he didn't rebuild his arms dealer yet. So he's not able to produce any more units here right now, except for barracks units. His arms dealer not going up. It seems like he has some cash problems. There's a 3rd supply stage going up for RaGe, and 2 technicals still harassing here the base of DoMiNaToR. killing this poor RPG guy there. And we have an approachment there. 5 big technicals coming in. And RaGe under pressure. He needs to do something, but he has no arms dealer, so he cannot produce any tanks or vehicles. But he's trying it with a tunnel and almost denying the tunnel there. Killing all the poor workers. All poor workers die. Tactical not scrapping, getting scrapped up there. Tunnel going up, and the main supply of RaGe under attack. But like I said in a previous video, I'm not very sure if this is the main supply or this is the main supply, because the left one has clearly more resources. I'm not very sure. What do you think? What do you think? Is this the main supply or is this the main supply? Because I can't tell. I would say this one is. It could also be that this one is. I don't know. I just don't know. So supply stash is gone, and both players have their tunnels up there. Technical was not careful enough and being picked off there by the RPGs. Supply stash going up again for RaGe. He doesn't want to lose income, and he's going to be on free supply stashes again very soon. The right supplies are not taken yet, and none of those players are going for the Euderics yet. Some approachment there, and the big toxin tunnel is killing a few units there. Also, technical was destroyed. Tunnel being denied. Nice job there by DoMiNaToR. Again, destroying the supply stash of RaGe. But RaGe able to sell this one. But nicely done there by DoMiNaToR. There's the arms dealer again on the top left position. So RaGe again able to build some units. He's also ahead with the income because I'm a bad commentator, because he is pretty even with his opponent, and now DoMiNaToR will be ahead with the income. But a few minutes ago, RaGe was ahead with the income. 3 technicals there, and picking off this one jeep there, and a big pop out there for RaGe, and I think DoMiNaToR needs to retreat. Well, he just stands there and tries to finish off the arms dealer. There is the approachment, picking off 3 technicals. And 4 technicals. Oh! Very nicely done there by DoMiNaToR. Now losing all his troops, but this was pretty well executed there by DoMiNaToR. Destroying everything what RaGe had, and there it is, the supply stash at the main or second supply, whatever you want to call it, of RaGe. So RaGe only on 2 supplies. DoMiNaToR here with a very nice map vision, sitting on 28 units. RaGe also has a pretty good map vision, and he's sitting on 1,731 units. RaGe also has taken the right supply there, so he's again on free supply stashes. Both players are even now, and DoMiNaToR now going for the Euderics. So DoMiNaToR now ahead with the income. And here's some big approachment there. DoMiNaToR now destroying the second supply or main supply of DoMiNaToR. RaGe. DoMiNaToR destroying the supply stash of RaGe. Not that hard to say. Okay, so the main supply or second supply is gone, and RaGe on 2 supply stashes. And just look at the map. DoMiNaToR is everywhere. He has troops everywhere, and he's doing a pretty good job with the harassing. Also here, brave worker repairing the Euderic, but not getting shoes. DoMiNaToR being a very good player, but not a nice one. Not giving his workers shoes. Definitely not a nice general. Now the Toxin Rebel of RaGe going over to capture the Alderac. DoMiNaToR was so nice to repair this one. So RaGe now gets a repaired Alderac. Very nice of DoMiNaToR. Very good manners there. Because DoMiNaToR don't want to give his opponent a very hurt Alderac. He wants to give his opponent a pretty good repaired Alderac there. You can see artillery platform there on the right side was captured. Now opening fire on the tunnel fortress there, but it's not going to have a success there. Doing some nice little damage on the Scorpion tanks, and we have another approachment there, but the RPG is just running around the map, and for no reason they are running from this tunnel to the left. Because he wants to destroy the Alderac, but there is this Toxin Rebel, and those RPGs are pretty much wasted. There's the approachment of RaGe inside of the base of DoMiNaToR, but DoMiNaToR has a huge ton of quad cannons, and RaGe will not be able to finish off this arms dealer. He will bring it into the whole mode eventually, but that's it. Okay, so DoMiNaToR here with a pretty big army, also going for the command center now, and for those black markets he has the tag up, and his opponent RaGe just building up his command center, and he doesn't have a palace. So DoMiNaToR with the tag and with a big army, RaGe here just building up his army. 39 units for... Oh, look at this, both players even on the units. No, not anymore, but a few seconds ago they were even with the unit count. Scorpion driving around here, killing some poor workers. And the workers now have shoes. So DoMiNaToR upgrades his attitude and give his workers shoes. Very nice. I like to see that. Some good manners being developed there by DoMiNaToR, giving his poor workers shoes. So they are not stepping into dog crap again with their naked foot. And this Alderac looks like is going to be picked off here now by the rocket buggies. There's also this top one for RaGe, and RaGe is sitting on a pretty good base right now. What I also like is that the top base is completely camouflaged. A few terrorists there, and the palace going up for RaGe. Also command center nearly finished. This will mean a lot of Toxin Rebel ambushes and sneak attacks. We are also 11 minutes inside of this game, so both players are on rank 5, and they will throw everything what they have at the opponent's base. And RaGe still gathering resources here from the middle, so looks like DoMiNaToR doesn't want to deny this. He just accepts it and resting the base of RaGe. So big approachment there, but DoMiNaToR clearly overwhelming his enemy there with all of his quads and rocket buggies, and now moving down to the bottom and placing down a tunnel there. Now again going to the next tunnel, and the supply stash will be in danger very soon, but it's no big problem there for RaGe, and this is a nice rebel ambush, getting some free kills there. Easy pick off on this tower, and now supply stash under attack. Only 1,000 remaining there on the supply pile, so RaGe did a pretty good job there at mining from these supplies. And the second arms dealer going up there for RaGe. RaGe sitting on 5,000 cash, holy shit. DoMiNaToR on 1,500, and just look at this map vision. He sees everything. RaGe doesn't see so much, but he's in a pretty good shape, I would say. And here with a nice terror attack, driving now to the bottom. And detonating this tunnel. Oh, but also detonating his jeep. Not good. Detonating your own jeeps, not very good. Think your company will not appreciate that you destroy all their company cars. This is not good. Okay, garrison this building, very nice. And
A warrior has fallen.
the attack has been stopped. And DoMiNaToR now again there to build up his forces and throw everything at his opponent very soon. Black market's going up for RaGe, and he is sitting on 0 black markets, but will very soon be on 2. And this is a very strange attack, just driving with all your rocket buggies in front of the tunnels, getting picked off there by all of the Scorpion tanks. What was this? DoMiNaToR, please stop using drugs. This was horrible. More rocket buggies there. And will they do the same shit like the other did? And no, this time DoMiNaToR pays attention, but he is losing another rocket buggy. Not losing it. But that was horrible. What a misclick. Holy shit. So, Scorpions moving down the bottom and finishing off this tunnel. And there is the first black market for RaGe. So RaGe now sitting on 2 black markets and is able to do some upgrades. Oh, he already has the upgrade. So that is a very good manner there for RaGe. RaGe going directly for the shoes, for his workers. Very nice. Very good man. And there we have a rocket buggy versus a rocket buggy. But the splash dash is going to be picked off, but just at the right timing, just boom, RaGe just picking up the last resources and running away with his workers. Little approachment there, and the Scorpion tanks are there to take out the supply stage, but the quads are there in time. And there's also John Kell just standing there with a 1 HP. Sniped one of those Scorpions. And I think some of those workers want to stab into the Scorpion. And there we have it. So big stealth general now with Scorpion tanks. And we have more rocket buggies on the way. RaGe sitting on 3000, DoMiNaToR on 1600. And I would say DoMiNaToR is going to win this match, because this doesn't look very good for RaGe, I would say. That was a nice rebel ambush there, getting some free kills. But it looks like DoMiNaToR just has the larger base, and he has more units, I believe. 37 versus 34. Okay, this is acceptable. Jump Kell sniping some poor workers. And the palace not occupied. No unit inside the palace. Not good. And now DoMiNaToR approaching from the bottom. He wants to get through. And he also has German Kell at the top, sniping some rocket buggies. And still no units inside that palace. Not good. At least he could send one worker into the palace to mind fuck his enemy. To mind trick his enemy, I mean. And not happening. So yeah, black market being shot, and a few units of RaGe getting out of this tunnel, the few last remaining units, and this looks like the GG. And DoMiNaToR is about to take his second win against RaGe, who still has his 2 tunnels there on the right side, which doesn't help him there any longer, because he cannot produce any more units. Oh, okay, he can, but he's not doing so because he's under heavy pressure and he needs to secure his base. And there's the GG. RaGe has been defeated.
You have been defeated.
And this means DoMiNaToR on 2 wins versus RaGe, who's also on 2 wins. We can see 139 units created for DoMiNaToR and 143 units for RaGe. So both players created many units. We can also see units destroyed. DoMiNaToR destroyed more units and he lost less units. So he destroyed more and lost less. Buildings constructed. DoMiNaToR with more buildings. I think more black markets, more tunnels. Not very sure about the tunnels, but with black markets. 6 buildings lost. And more cash collected. So nice game there. Very good match. GG, well played. Let's go to the 5th one. Forbidden Takeover is the 5th choice of both players. And we have a tank general there for RaGe. And as we can see here, a spy drone for DoMiNaToR. So DoMiNaToR here with the Air Force general. Air Force versus tank. Very interesting battle there, which will happen very soon. This is a map by Relax, and it's a bit similar to Alpine Assault, I think. I think it's the same color, the same colors. There's also a train here, an asshole train. If you're not careful enough, you are going to lose your units because of this train. Also not very sure why this train stopped there in front of the road. Never saw a train doing this. Okay, War Factory went up there for RaGe, and RaGe going for the double War Factory production, while his opponent going for some sort of no economy build, or a very slow to supply 1 War Factory, 1 barracks build. But by the looks of it, this is going to be a no echo build, and for the players who don't know what a no echo build is, this mainly means you don't have any economy at all. You just have to supply, and that's it. And you rush out your units like crazy. First getting tank approaching, but the Humvees will be there in time to destroy the base of RaGe if RaGe is not careful enough. Again here, asshole train standing there, waiting to destroy some Gatlings. And here are the Gatlings, and this doesn't look good for DoMiNaToR. He needs to retreat. His Humvees are very, very hurting. Also the building secured, nicely done there. Train again standing there. Just what an asshole train. Driving around, stopping, driving around, stopping. You can also see here Gatling tanks moving in and stopping DoMiNaToR's income. And now DoMiNaToR only on those 2 Humvees, and I think he lost those 2. Not very sure, but there are 2 Humvees, so no, he didn't lose them. But yeah, doesn't look very good for DoMiNaToR. Oh, losing 1 Humvee there. Nice laser up there on the Gatling tank. And there are more Gatling tanks, 4 of them, and they are ready to take out the rest of DoMiNaToR's force. Last remaining Humvee is destroyed, and DoMiNaToR has been defeated. This means RaGe sitting on 3 wins, DoMiNaToR on 2 wins. This was a no echo build, failed by DoMiNaToR, and very fast match there. RaGe collected much more resources because of the no echo build there by DoMiNaToR, and yeah, very fast match, only lasted for 3 minutes and 26 seconds. And let's go to the last match, which is played on a Tournament Desert No Cars edition. So both players don't want to have cars. They don't like cars. They hate cars. Maybe you should place down bikes there. Some little bikes and just sending those terrorists to the bikes, stepping on those bikes, and then driving to your enemy with those bikes. Terrorist on bike, I think would be awesome. And yeah, so we can see a fast barracks to the middle, tunnel going up, and command center being sold, 2 supply stashes for DoMiNaToR, very standard stuff for a GLA player. Here's the first terrorist scouting the area, and also his opponent doing the same thing. I missed what armies those players are, but that is not a really huge problem. I believe RaGe is GLA vanilla, and I believe his opponent is stealth because of the camouflaged tunnel. So stealth versus GLA vanilla, it looks like. The little house fight there, but because of the resources, both units cannot fire out of their buildings. Oilderrick already been secured there by RaGe, and RaGe ready to take over the Oilderrick very early. Tactical coming in, but driving directly into the opponent's tactical, and now needs to drive away. Worker there running around, but being stopped maybe by another tactical? No. Oh, killing a poor worker there. DoMiNaToR denying this tunnel placement, and now driving back to his main base. Also a nice boxed in supply. Only the units can only get through here at this small path. And now the Oilderrick is under capture, so RaGe wants this Oilderrick. Tunnel going up, is about to going up there on the right side, but the worker was stopped a few seconds ago. Only 4 workers mining from the supply, and now only 3 workers mining from the supply. There are 2 workers missing, but RaGe is replacing them now, which is good. No boxing in there, no boxing in there, but he has the forwarded arms healer and barracks there in direction to the middle to pump out some very early and fast units. Oh, nice stop there by the of the tactical. And DoMiNaToR with a larger force, I think. DoMiNaToR on 29 units, RaGe on 31 units. RaGe has more units. I think there's 1 worker sitting in the bunker. Oh, there's the early palace. So DoMiNaToR going for a 3-minute mark palace. This is very, very early in a 1v1. And his opponent just going for the second arms healer. So RaGe decides to go for massive unit spam, and his opponent DoMiNaToR decides to go for his tag units. So like Jump Cal, Battle Boss, Angry Mobs, Rocket Buggies. So let's see which strategy is better. I usually think that going for tagged units is the better choice. But let's see how this is turning out. Excuse me. Quad cannon is moving in, and tunnel being destroyed. And there's the palace by RaGe. So RaGe also now going for his palace and sitting on 500 cash. DoMiNaToR sitting on 800. Big fights going on in the middle, and neither of those players is going for the supply stashes yet. Palace just about to finish there for DoMiNaToR, and now it has been finished. And let's see if a black market is going up. And there is a fake one just going up there for DoMiNaToR, and there's supply stash. So DoMiNaToR now mining from the middle supply with a camouflaged supply stash. RaGe in the meantime approaching there from the left flank and wants to destroy his enemy there at the top left position. He wants the supply stash gone to cripple his opponent's economy. Also, DoMiNaToR captured his oil derrick, so both players have one oil derrick, and DoMiNaToR and RaGe both mining from the right middle. So both players are very even with the income. It's also radar van. Very nice decision there by RaGe, because there could be a hijacker ready to take over some vehicles. And I think DoMiNaToR is going to defend this very well, because he has the tunnel support and he has more units. And there it goes, easily dealing with the army of RaGe. Tunnel's going up again. So both players are on attack. But RaGe has 2 arm sealers, DoMiNaToR only has 1. But DoMiNaToR is sitting on 2 black markets now. His opponent doesn't have black markets yet. So DoMiNaToR with the economic advantage. But RaGe now also mining from the left side of the middle. So he's mining from the right, he's mining from the left. And I think this puts both players on a very even income now. Some rocket buggies being produced there by DoMiNaToR, and a third black market going up there. A little approach there on the left side, and those scorpions are going to rape those quad cannons. There they go. But on the other side, RaGe losing all of his scorpion tanks. We could now argue about if this was a good trade-off or not. I don't think it was a good trade-off. He lost all of his scorpions and just destroyed a few of the quads. Now another approach in there on the right side, but I think DoMiNaToR is able to defend this. You can also see now DoMiNaToR mining from the left side as well with camouflaged workers. The rocket buggies also now have the upgrade for the larger damage. And one tunnel survives here on the right side. And again, another approachment happening there on the left side. RaGe is throwing everything what he has on his opponent. RaGe on 950 units. DoMiNaToR on 40 units, 2000 cash. More rocket buggies there, and yeah. Both players still mining from the middle with all of their supply stashes. Oh, battle bus versus rocket buggies and RPGs, and DoMiNaToR definitely winning this one. Nicely done. And Jamcal ready to promote himself, or maybe not. Command center going up for RaGe, and also some black markets now. So RaGe sitting on 1 black market, and DoMiNaToR sitting on 3. Also 1 more is going up. Command center also in production, and now he's sitting on 4 black markets. So DoMiNaToR definitely ahead with the income. Some scorpion tanks stopping this tunnel. Beacon by DoMiNaToR. Don't know what he wants to beacon there. Not very sure. And still more scorpions being produced there for RaGe. RaGe doesn't want to go for battle buses. He had 1, but now he wants only only scorpions out. Oh, angry mob! Very angry mob there in the middle. Don't know what went wrong there. They are so pissed right now. Could be also a good name for an angry mob. Pissed mob would be a very cool name. And rocket buggies shooting all the rockets on the angry mobs. And Rocket Buggy getting into the tunnel back again in time. Not losing this Rocket Buggy. We have now a big clash there in the middle. Angry mobs with AK-47s. And we have some rocket buggies and quads there on the left side. Also Jump Cal joining the party. Supply stash being picked off. Also the supply stash being picked off there. And both players, man, they are throwing everything at each other now. Scud Storm going up for DoMiNaToR. And yeah. Nice approachments there. Tunnels here are going to be destroyed. And here on the right side, RaGe still mining from the middle. And also DoMiNaToR still mining from the middle. Jamkel sniping some units. And we can see that RaGe still goes for his black markets while his opponent going for the super weapons. He's sitting on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 black markets, which is pretty good. Bit of a approachment there on the left side, but Rocket Buggy is getting away. Not, but now they are getting away. Maybe we will see another angry mob. This would be very cool. Oh, I hear one. There's another angry mob. Another angry mob there at the bottom side. And now both players stopped attacking, only some few attacks happening. But I think both players are now mainly building up their black markets. Scudstorm about to finish there. And looks like it's going to be only one Scudstorm here in this match, which is good. One Scudstorm is okay, 2 are acceptable, but 3 Scudstorms are shit, my opinion. Okay, DoMiNaToR now tries to clear out all of the tunnels there on the right side, while RaGe is doing the same there on the right side. Looks like both players don't like tunnels very much. And let's see what RaGe is doing. He is still sitting on his 1, 2, 3, 4 black markets. And looks like he is going to run out of power, out of money very soon. 5 black markets for RaGe. DoMiNaToR clearly ahead with the income, like I said. The supply stage can be sold. And building gone. So some of those players don't like the building, so they just removed it. Not appreciated. If you destroy a building, always leave the strap there. Removing it, not appreciated. And yep, if nothing special is going to happen within the next few minutes, I think DoMiNaToR is going to win this match. Rocket Buggy is doing a great job here at destroying everything which is there. RaGe throwing down a barracks there. Very aggressive barracks on the right flank. Interesting choice. I think he wants to build some angry mobs there at the right position. And angry mobs are very slow units, so having this barracks there is pretty good. Another Scudstorm going up for DoMiNaToR. He wants to finish this game very soon, so he just goes for super weapons now. RaGe on the other hand still goes for angry mobs and not going for counter super weapons. He also throws down a supply stash in the middle to gather some resources there. There are other angry mobs, but barracks has been finished. And no angry mobs can get out of this barracks. Oh no, losing all angry mobs there to the tunnels, but now they are there to destroy all of the tunnels right now. Another black market and more black markets going up for DoMiNaToR. And looks like DoMiNaToR is expanding there on the right side, clearing out everything and supporting it with tunnels, maybe. Looks like DoMiNaToR, looks like RaGe is running out of money for units, because DoMiNaToR has so much more units. RaGe on 36, DoMiNaToR on 49. I also hear it is sneak attack. Also toxin bomb incoming, and there's a sneak attack, and also some units popping out, and RaGe losing important structures there on the right side. Tunnels going up, and clearing out this toxin shit with a scorpion with the scorpions. Very nicely done. And arms healer here being stopped. This was the third arms healer, but being stopped there in time. And the Scudstorm is ready to shoot in 47 seconds. Also notice that both Scudstorms are sitting on the same amount of seconds. Looks pretty good. Command center finished, and no more toxin, no more rebel ambush. I mean, for RaGe, no more sneak attacks, no more toxin bomb. So DoMiNaToR now clearly ahead in this match, and looks like he is going to win this match any second now. RaGe on 3,500 still. DoMiNaToR on 5,000, 6,000 cash. Holy shit. More black markets going up, and there's the defeat of RaGe, just at the moment where the third Scudstorm was going up. So those were the 6 matches between RaGe and DoMiNaToR. DoMiNaToR clearly gathered more resources. Both are pretty even with the units. Units lost, RaGe lost more units. DoMiNaToR constructed more buildings, I think more black markets. And destroyed 21 buildings. So, very long last match, but overall pretty good matches there. And, yeah. So we have a score of 3-3 between DoMiNaToR and RaGe. Both very even with the score. And this was those were the last matches of the first round, and now we are going to go over to the second round. You will see those replays here very soon, and I'm not going to cast those things. I thank you very much for watching, and stay tuned for more. This is your cncHD. Bye bye.